This is the Insta360 Ace Pro, and at this point, I'm sure you guys have probably seen about 100 videos on this thing from all the influencers that have been putting content out on this camera. Don't worry, I have too. Now, I know I'm a little late to this party, but one of the cool things that allows me to do is have watched all the videos you guys have, and I've got to admit, after watching that many videos of influencers telling me
this camera is the next best motovlogging camera, this is the next best action camera,
you start to think it's a little bull. So in today's video, I decided to get my hands on one of these myself, and that way I can put it through all the testing and all the filming that I typically do with an action camera on my motorcycle rides and find out for myself how good this camera is. Now, I do have to say that after doing all this testing, I am a little shocked, and I'm not using that term lightly. What's going on, guys? I'm Chase, and this is the MotoGearShow, the show where we test out motorcycle gear and products to find out if it's worth you guys spending your money on. Now, this video is sponsored by, well, you guys. We are always sent out the gear to test out on these videos, but we are never sponsored or paid by the companies that send the gear out. The only time we make money or benefit on this show is when you guys use our affiliate links. So the links down in the description down below, if you guys use those links, it doesn't cost you anything extra, and we get a tiny kickback. And that's the only way we really benefit from making these episodes for you guys. So if you're ever looking for gear, try to use those links down below. That helps us make the best content we possibly can for you guys. So this is the Insta360 Ace Pro. It's one of the three major action cameras in the market right now, with its competitors being the DJI Action 4 and the GoPro Hero 12. I'm including the GoPro Hero 12 here out of a technicality, as I would never choose a GoPro over any of these other two options. Now, an action camera is an action camera is an action camera. Or is it? The Ace Pro is bringing a few really cool features that make it stand out from what we typically expect out of an action camera, while still giving us all the necessary features we need. Some of these new features are neat, but I don't see myself really using them, but other ones I'm very excited about. But we'll dig into those more in a second. As far as stats go, I don't really care that much for stats, but here are a few that I think you might care about. It can shoot some pretty crazy resolutions, including 8K at 24 frames a second, 4K at up to 120 frames a second, and 1080 at up to 240 frames a second. It has a 1/1.3 inch sensor. The lens can go down to 2.8 aperture, and they worked on it with Leica, which are hugely popular for making incredible camera glass. It also features some AI integration that is supposed to help it perform better in low light. It uses a 1650 milliamp hour battery that is supposedly good for 100 minutes of recording and supports fast charging. Finally, one of the most standout features of the Ace Pro is that it has a flip-up rear screen. Now, as far as cost, the Ace Pro is coming in at $450. Now, this is going to be slightly more expensive than its competitors by about $50, but I really don't think that's going to be a make or break decision when grabbing it or not. So guys, I've been using the Ace Pro on my motorcycle for the last few weeks, so I say let's go jump on the bike and let me actually show you guys what this thing is capable of. Now, I know the first thing a lot of you guys are going to ask is, can the Ace Pro motovlog? And of course it can. As you guys are seeing now, I've got it mounted onto the front of my helmet here, and you are hearing me with the audio on board with the Ace Pro. I will note that if you want to plug a microphone directly into the Ace Pro, you are going to need to get their little microphone adapter. I'll put a link for it in the description. It's really cheap, but it works really well, and you can still charge with that adapter. It adds a little USB-C and a mic port. So it's a pretty neat little adapter. It's real low-key as compared to GoPro's giant dongle with a cable, and then they like overcharge the shit out of it. Insta360 definitely handled that. So far, so good on the motovlogging test that I've done with it. It's been really awesome. All the files are always there. It's, you know, it's got a really good vibration, actually. I mean, you can change the settings if you want, but I've got it set to vibrate. So when I start recording or stop recording, I get a vibration and a sound. So in case I can't hear the sound, I can actually feel the vibration in my helmet, which is
actually really cool. I didn't really think at first that I would really care about that, but when my helmet shakes, it's just like added knowledge of like, yep, I'm recording, or okay, cool, I stopped recording. Because, you know, there's sometimes if I'm on the highway or something, you can't really hear the beeps. So that's been really cool. So far, been pretty awesome as a motovlogging camera. Also, I will note, the setup you're seeing here on me is a little bit more an advanced setup, but you can totally use this exact same setup and just plug directly into the camera. I've got some weird wireless stuff going on because, you know, I gotta be more complicated. Also, guys, one feature that this camera has, similar to the Action 4, is the quick release. If you've never seen this before, it's literally these two little buttons you press in, and these little clips clip into this little area right here. So you just get it close and you pop it on, and there it is. That is a feature that is absolutely required for me when it comes to action cameras these days. The Action 4 can do it, the Ace Pro can do it, the GoPro cannot. I will make a note, as you guys kind of saw, sometimes getting the camera on and off is a little fidgety, but I've never had a security issue. It just means I got to wiggle it a couple of extra times just to make sure all the little clamps lock in. I love that feature. It's one of my favorite for action cameras, and I will not use an action camera without that. If you've never used one with the quick release, you will be surprised. So really cool feature. Glad to have it.
So guys, the next feature I want to show you guys is how this camera can flag or basically mark a section of a video that you find important. So I'm sure you guys have been riding for like over an hour and nothing really cool happens. So you have this long section of clip that's very boring, but suddenly something really cool happens. You find a really cool turn, or maybe a really nice car drives by, and you want to let yourself know that, hey, this whole clip is boring, but this one really cool section happened. So if you are recording on the Ace Pro, you're doing your thing, whatever, if you hit the power button one time, you get a little thing that says marked, or here on the screen, you can hit that little flag button. What that's gonna do is when you open this in the app, you are actually gonna have these little sections marked, and that way if you're making like little social media clips and you go ride all day hoping something cool happens so you can post it on Instagram or something, you can mark it, and that way when you edit it, it's so much faster. It's gonna save you guys a ton of time. Next up, I've been recording for the last 30 seconds, and this footage is probably pointless, right? Here's one of the really cool things that you can do. So if you find yourself recording this long clip and you just messed up time after time after time, and normally you would just stop recording it, when you get home, you'd delete it. You don't have to do that anymore. Now you can hold the record button down. You can see the little red circle goes around, and now you have the option of canceling recording. Now, obviously, this isn't gonna do this automatically. You have to hold that down for a while and then hit the screen. That way you're not gonna accidentally delete footage that you wanna keep. But now I can hit cancel recording. That recording never happened. How freaking cool is that?
Hey, that's pretty good.
Now, kind of on the opposite end of that, you can do something else. So let's just say, let me get my screen flipped up here. I'm gonna record to the camera, and now I'm talking and talking and talking, but now something happens. Maybe if I'm riding, I get to a red light, and if you guys are like me, I don't like recording at red lights because literally nothing happens there. So typically when I'll be like talking, get to a red light, and I'll just stop talking. I can do something different on the Ace Pro now. I can stop recording, okay? Recording is stopped. Now, if I go into the video, I can go to this video clip. You guys, you can't see it, but it's the same clip I just recorded, and down here I have a record 18 seconds. If I click that button, continue recording. New recording starts at the end of this current clip. You can pause a current recording, let time go by, and then start that recording up again, and you only have to deal with one file. So if I hit continue, recording paused, tap the button below to press the shutter button to continue recording. So now it's ready to go to continue this clip, and now it's at 18 seconds, and now it's at 19, 20, and now it's recording that clip again. How crazy is that? That opens up so many options of like recording onto the camera and not having, you know, 14 files to deal with. You just have one, and all the time is already cut down. I think it's fascinating how much you could do with that if you got used to being like, oh, I know nothing's gonna happen here, let me stop recording. Kind of a really neat feature that I've never had before, so now my brain's going like, how can I utilize that and help me out so I don't have to spend so much time editing? I wanna be riding, I don't wanna be editing.
The next feature we got to talk about is for you guys that love doing ridiculous rigs like that off of your motorcycle, and that is gesture controls. Hands and peace signs, baby. So guys, when it comes to the gestures, it's kind of hit or miss. If ever I have a helmet off and no gloves on, it works every time. But while I'm riding, it's hit or miss. The times that it's worked best is when I have my visor open, I have no sunglasses on, and that's my best chance for it to work. But like right now, I've got my sunglasses on and I got gloves on, right? It sees my face, but it never sees the glove for some reason. But watch, shouldn't do this, but whatever. Look at that, no glove, it works. And I can even turn it back on. Look at that. But if I put the glove on, which is interesting because these are like gloves that are similar colored to skin. I mean, kind of.
You sure about that?
Sees my face, doesn't see the glove. I would have to do multiple testing, so maybe different colored gloves or something like that would work. But something about the AI inside the camera, it does not like the gloves. It is impressive how it can notice my face with my visor open with sunglasses on. That's pretty impressive. Now guys, when it comes to image quality, we are at a phenomenal era in action cameras right now. I think all of the big three, the GoPro, the Insta360, and DJI, if you're on a regular sunny day like we are today, and it's good weather, I don't think the image out of either of the cameras on like the big three are gonna really be that much different. They all have a slight different look to them, but when you're talking about image quality, all of them are gonna be just as good as each other. Now, it would take me an entire video to do a comparison between all the cameras. So what I did was I recorded with all three major cameras, GoPro 12, Action 4, and the Ace Pro. I did a look back shot like you guys are looking at right now, and I did a POV shot, one with every camera. So I'm gonna let you guys look at them so you can decide what look you like the most out of all the cameras. All right, so let's check out all three different cameras in those positions. And you guys let me know in the comments, which ones do you like the most? Alright, so guys, we are testing out the pure video here on the Ace Pro. That's why I've got the screen flipped up so I can see it. I've never done the look back cam on the Ace Pro. And guys, I gotta be honest, to my eye, the camera looks like it's seeing better than I can. It's absolutely insane. I don't know what it's looking like for you guys, but so far that looks fantastic. That's insane. Another thing I'm very interested to test out here is the screen. A lot of people have been talking about the screen on an action camera. Having a flip-up screen is a little silly because it adds a fragile element. But I gotta tell you guys, this screen feels solid. But one of the things I wanted to test out tonight, I wanted to see how the screen does being flipped back. Is that gonna add more motion to the camera or what? All right, this road we're about to get on, guys, this thing is pitch black. A lot of it doesn't even have road signs. So I'm super curious. Like the camera, the POV camera, we have the motorcycle's headlights to kind of see. But that camera that you guys are looking over here, this camera looking back at me, that thing's got no light. So if you guys can see me down this road, I will be 100% shocked. Now, I'm not going to know what it looks like till I get back in my computer, but we'll see. If you guys can make me out at all, I'll be impressed. I'm looking at this monitor, guys, and I'm literally seeing more light than my eyes are. I'm going to do a little test just so you guys understand what it looks like to me out here. I'm going to edit that footage, the look back camera. I'm going to edit that to look like what I'm seeing right now so you guys understand how dark it is outside. Okay, so this is what this area looks like to me right now. I don't know what kind of AI crazy processing Insta360 is doing, but holy crap. this makes it so you can actually motovlog at night. And we're headed towards the highway where hypothetically there's going to be a lot more light. So this will be interesting. I want to see what this looks like on the highway at night, because I bet it's going to look great. Well, I thought the highway would be brighter, but it does not seem to be that way. Interesting. There's a lot of vibration, a lot of wind out here. I don't know what that camera's going to look like. It looks like that camera is vibrating quite a bit. All right, I'm going to try to put the screen down and see if that helps the vibration. All right, screen's down. Let's see how that goes. Is it raining? Is it raining right now? Am I gonna f my audio setup up right now? Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's hope that does not happen.
So guys, that's the Insta360 Ace Pro. You guys let us know in the comments what you think about all the footage you saw in this video down in the comments. Overall, it's got that durability feature and feel that I have to have with an action camera. Even with the flip out screen, very surprised at how durable that is. It's got those really cool features with the AI and stuff like that, and the nighttime footage makes riding at night and recording it and actually looking good actually possible a lot right now. There is no other action camera that does better at night. So if you guys are riding at night, there's really no question what to get. I love these things, and you are going to be seeing a lot more footage coming out of these things here on the channel in the future. And it's another awesome tool to have in the belt of video creation stuff. I've been super happy with them, and we're gonna keep using them. If you made it to this point in the video, you are in the outro crew. So put OC in your comment down below after you like the video, and let us know what your favorite action camera on the market is right now. Is it the Insta360 Ace Pro? Is it the DJI Action 4? Is it the GoPro 12? Or is it some other camera? Let us know down in the comments down below. If you guys wanna help out the channel, make sure to use our affiliate links in the description down below. It super helps us out create more content for you guys, because that's all we wanna do is make sure you guys are using your money appropriately and buying the best stuff out there that you can. Thank you guys for getting to the end of the video. You guys are awesome. Later, guys. Time jump. Time jump. I jump time. Whew, how cool was that? Oh, I bet you can get crazy creative with this. That's pretty neat. Okay.